Look, now if you do punch, I want you jab, step jab. All right, we'll just keep punching. We'll switch. Ready? Go. Rip him out, rip him out, rip him out, rip him out.
So now, what we gonna do, we can pick it up a little bit. We ain't really gotta pick it up. We wanna throw shots in the inside. Because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on the pass, your hands must turn.
Come on, jump, jump. Jump. There you go, jump. Come on. Come on, jump. Jump. There you go, jump on. Come on.
As the clash between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis approaches, Floyd Mayweather stepped into the training camp alongside Tank for an intense, full-scale workout that made waves across the boxing world. With Mayweather's signature speed, sharp footwork, and unwavering focus on display, the session sent a clear message. This isn't just another exhibition. Davis is preparing to bring his A-game under Mayweather's watchful eye.
Good.
Right down. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Get that shot right there. Good, guys. Good.
Time.
Grab it. There you go.
Mayweather has reportedly been teaching Davis some essential skills to prepare for his November 14th fight against the much bigger Jake Paul. During intense training sessions, Mayweather focused on precise timing, defensive counters, and exploiting openings against taller opponents. He drilled Davis on slipping punches, body angle control, and inside power shots. These are the techniques Mayweather mastered against larger fighters.
Okay, say if I shoot here, I'm saying, wah, wah. You know what I'm saying? You can't just shoot there and then bring it back and be like this. You gotta throw some squat to it. If you do like this, you up for boom, boom. So you gotta be able to squat. So right here, boom, boom, everything's short. So you're still short. He see it, he'll see it, and place it down there. Slide out, anyway.
Mayweather is widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters in boxing history, but his success never came from talent alone. It came from relentless hard work and discipline. Throughout his career, Mayweather was renowned for his unparalleled dedication to training, consistently outworking everyone in the gym. Now, he's bringing that same mentality to Davis's camp as they prepare for the upcoming fight against Jake Paul. Mayweather is pushing Tank through intense drills, focusing on precision, defense, and smart counterpunching. The same fundamentals that made Floyd unbeatable.
What does he do that's so above and beyond what other people do?
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse on Saturday night, he trains like he's broke. No joke. He trains like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow. And now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him TBE.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always trained.
Davis has always believed that the best way to improve is by stepping into the ring with bigger, stronger opponents. Training against larger fighters forces him to stay sharp, improve his timing, and perfect his power and movement. It's a tough approach, but it's built his confidence and composure under pressure. Over the years, Tank has learned how to stay calm when facing heavy hitters, using precision and smart defense to turn their size into his advantage.
Do it to him. Put it on his ass.
There have been recent reports coming out of camp that Davis is absolutely laying down work with guys who are much taller and stronger than him, and the results are impressive. Gym observers say that some of his sparring partners, normally confident men with size on their side, were left teetering after taking his shots. One report even noted a bigger guy struggling to stay upright after Davis landed a heavy punch that backed him into the ropes. According to insiders, these sessions aren't just show reels, they're intentional stress tests built to sharpen Davis's timing and power under real physical pressure.
So look at this. Gervonta Davis knocked out heavyweight in brutal sparring session. And it just makes me think, you're willing to go spar with heavyweights, but you're not willing to go fight people that you should be fighting. You know what I mean? You're fighting Lamont Roach. His sparring partners was like, man, I was about to spar Tank. He was sparring this big boy, a heavyweight boy. And Tank hit him so hard, he was on the ropes like this, hanging. I thought he died. I was like, man, I hope you don't do this stuff to me. When Davis asked to confirm whether it was true, the WBA lightweight champion said, stuff be happening. Best not to get in there with me. That's it. This guy has all the skills in the world to knock out even heavyweights in sparring, and yet he won't fight Shakur Stevenson. He won't fight Teofimo Lopez. He won't fight anyone that he needs to fight to become great. He's fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? It's just truly crazy. But hey, it's his career. If he wants to just make money, the easiest money that he can without fighting the hardest competition, so be it.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul is also stepping up his training in a serious way, and one of the big moves has been bringing in Shakur Stevenson as a sparring partner. According to multiple reports, Paul is working closely with Stevenson, a highly skilled southpaw known for his slick defense and lightning-fast hands, to hone his speed, footwork, and ring IQ. Paul openly admitted that he's trying to dial down on bulking up and instead focus on becoming quicker and more agile to match Davis's explosiveness. The idea is to replicate the kind of quick-moving, highly technical style that Davis brings, so Paul isn't caught off guard.
This is scary. It's kind of keeping me up at night.
Jake, how do you prepare for, like you said, a guy who is shorter than you? How do you find a sparring opponent to replicate something that obviously, there's nobody else out there that's Tank Davis? How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Lovin. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So
Wow.
just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed. And not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to like lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
I know the answer to this question. Is there any kind of universe where you view just surviving this fight as a win?
Like for me, I never let myself go there. I'm a fierce competitor and always need to have the W and come out on top. And also shock the world and even shock myself and show myself what I'm capable of.
Daniel Cormier highlighted that Jake Paul's size advantage overshadows any intrigue, making it difficult for fans to take the fight seriously. He explained that the weight gap isn't just physical, it affects stamina, power absorption, and overall safety. In his view, the event might generate curiosity, but it fails to offer real sporting value. Cormier also noted that the constant focus on spectacle over substance could damage boxing's integrity.
I thought it was 190. Dean, that's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him.
Yes.
He recognizes that he's too big for him.
I'm wondering how this even came about. It can't be that Gervonta Davis needs money. That can't be the reason why
He's
he's
been a world
taking
champion so recently. How could he be broke?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he doing this for money? And then why and how is even Jake Paul doing this when no one respects it? Like, I can't think of anybody that respects this.
But Jake Paul has been able to carve out and make his own lane in boxing, and I've never seen anything like it, bro. He literally, we don't know what weight class he fights in any situation. We just don't know. he kind of makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules.
And it seems like people are playing by those rules. I remember a couple weeks ago, the WBC and the Jose Suleiman was very upset that he wasn't going to be able to put the belt on the winner at Canelo versus Crawford. That's a thing that's happened since the beginning of the time. Those guys are very powerful in boxing. But with Zuffa boxing, it was almost like that power was getting stripped away. They were very disappointed. But how can you take those sanctioning organizations seriously when they are sanctioning this?
That's my point. That's my point. That's why I think that this whole thing that we have, this boxing and this MMA argument and Zuffa getting into boxing, our argument is misplaced because things like this should not be happening. And the fact that boxing is allowing this to happen is an embarrassment to the sport.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I talked about this before. Like, I didn't know why they were fighting because, I mean, Gervonta Davis's last fight was at 136 pounds.
Stephen A. Smith has asked Gervonta Davis's coach which opponents he believes deserve to share the ring with Tank next. The coach didn't hesitate. He made it clear that anyone who had spoken negatively about Davis should be the first to step up. Names like Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez were mentioned as fighters who have publicly questioned Tank's ability. For the coach, this isn't just about rivalry but respect. He believes these men need to experience firsthand what Tank's power truly feels like. The intention isn't just revenge for the words spoken, it's about silencing the critics who keep doubting Davis's dominance.
Who do you want to see? You, as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big four. It was Garcia. That's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now, who's going to take the fight? That's the question.
Jeff Mayweather, a respected figure in the boxing world, has raised serious concerns over the upcoming showdown between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul, pointing directly at the glaring weight and size disparity between the two. His argument centers on why boxing has weight classes in the first place, to ensure fighters meet on as level a playing field as possible. In this matchup, Paul's naturally larger frame and heavier walking around weight create a physical edge that Jeff argues cannot be overlooked. The weight difference has become one of the central debates surrounding this fight, and analysts cannot ignore its impact. Many experts highlight that Jake Paul holds a substantial physical advantage, and they believe that if his power connects cleanly, it could create serious problems for Gervonta Davis. They argue that size and strength are genuine factors in combat sports and must be taken into account.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank, and I mean, but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting, but I mean, it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
It is happening. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, the cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight. And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seem set to wear 12-ounce gloves. And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, The fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the results will not be officially recorded on their professional records.
Carl Froch, known for his fearless honesty, didn't sugarcoat his opinion about Jake Paul's decision-making. He accused Jake of strategically picking smaller fighters to maintain a physical edge. Froch finds it absurd that Jake bypassed opportunities to face naturally bigger opponents, such as Anthony Joshua or legitimate heavyweights, opting instead for someone like Davis, who competes several divisions below. For Froch, the move exposes the motivations behind Jake's career. It's about creating viral mismatches rather than authentic challenges. His statement reflects the frustration shared by many veterans who see boxing's traditions being undermined by celebrity showdowns. Froch believes governing bodies usually require fighters to compete within similar categories to avoid extreme mismatches. He understands spectacle sells tickets, yet part of him worries about how much punishment someone far smaller can absorb from a stronger puncher. Coming from a veteran who has endured brutal battles, his statements hold credibility.
I mean, I don't really take Jake Paul that serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. Swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he's just so much wrong. It's just everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, it was a professional, and it's a mismatch. And you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him. He's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level. And then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds. It's like totally different. It's like a different sport.
While supporting Davis's decision to take this fight, Teofimo Lopez made it clear that boxing is as much a business as a sport. He voiced the idea that not every fight needs to carry historical significance or revolve around championship belts. Sometimes a matchup is about entertainment value and financial opportunity. Lopez believes that both competitors deserve chances to secure their futures and build fan bases, even if the bout doesn't shake boxing's legacy.
For Gervonta and Jake, I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this going to work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
For competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this, anything goes, anything happens.
Analysts observing Gervonta Davis throughout his training camp say his focus has taken on a noticeably sharper edge. Pushed out of his familiar surroundings and immersed in a more disciplined environment, Davis has dialed in on every detail, from footwork and guard transitions to conditioning and punch crispness. One trainer commented that he had better concentration with no distractions, noting that Davis isn't letting anything interrupt the work. In the ring, his movements are cleaner, his timing tighter, and his response to sparring cues more immediate, signaling a mindset that this isn't business as usual. The outcome of this fight could influence the direction boxing takes in the years to come. If Jake Paul wins, the sport may see more influencer versus boxer events, where star power matters more than rankings. Such fights might bring massive attention but also push real champions out of the spotlight. However, if Gervonta Davis wins decisively, it could restore faith in traditional boxing and prove that experience and technique still dominate over marketing.
Purists hate it, the algorithm loves it, and both will watch. It's not just who wins, it's what wins. will the entertainment value or the ring IQ come out on top? Because if Tank dominates, the meme dies. Jake Paul survives or hits it big, we see new rules are going to be written in real time. Me, you, maybe everyone at some point has been that bigger guy thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sat me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is, let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy who gets eager. Jake's long jab is the gate.
Do you believe skill will win out, or is the size advantage too much to ignore? Drop your thoughts below.